going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my stat. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss. He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer. Wow. It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Verona Area High School for Level 2 of the WIAA playoffs. We have arguably the best matchup in the state in store for you tonight between the 4th-seeded Warhawks of Arrowhead and the number 1-seeded Verona Wildcats. Hello again, everybody. My name is Riley Yauk here alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. And Dennis, I feel like this one has the makings of a classic.
Yes. Are you ready to rock with some football tonight? The weather has been awesome all year long. We've had great weather all the way through the regular season, first week of the playoffs. Now tonight, this is really football weather. 40 degrees. It's going to be about 38. Getting close to freezing.
Feels like 40 out here.
But I walked in. Can you feel like you'll be able to hear the crunch? Yep. Now we don't have any frost on the field, but that's when you can hear the crackle. Guys make tackles. But we got a great matchup with. I want to say the Darth Vader of high school sports, Arrowhead. I'm sorry. They're the team that, as their coach.
Apologies to all you Warhawks fans out there.
Matt Harris said, if fifth-year coach, he goes, yeah, they beat us. It's like we make everybody's season when they beat Arrowhead. You know, they've been to the playoffs now 29 years in a row. That ties Middleton for the longest D1 streak. 35th appearance. They haven't won the last title they won was in 2013. But after they won the first game against Marquette, hey, we're going to win state. Then they lose. Well, to Homestead, you think the roof caved in.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, people. Realistic. These are kids. They had a lot of players.
And Homestead's got a solid program as well.
They do. They had some players getting them in the right positions, and they've won their last 4 in a row here. And this is an Arrowhead team that the Warhawks fans should be proud of. They're great on the field, in the classroom, in the community, and they represent their school very well. But they are the big dog in the state. And then you got the little dogs, the scramble, the underdog, Verona.
The scrappy underdogs.
But they won 3 straight Big 8 titles, so the Big 8 says, no, they're not underdogs.
Undefeated on the season as well, 10-0 coming into tonight's matchup.
And these teams have met 3 times, the last time in 2018. Well, Coach Riley remembers that because they lost. Verona lost 63-21. But in 16, they won 21-17. The year before that, Arrowhead won 10-3. So 3 matchups in the last decade. And this is the one that potentially the winner could be going to Camp Randall.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you, of course, by Zimbrick Honda. As for over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at zimbrickhonda.com. And you mentioned him already, 5th-year head coach Matt Harris. Let's get into some coaches' previews, starting with the Empire, Arrowhead's Matt Harris.
5th year as a Warhawks coach, 35-16 record. His 11th season overall, posting a 54-51 record. He came to Arrowhead from Waukesha North, where he was the head coach for 6 years. Also was the head track coach for 2 seasons. And North was second at the Division I state track meet. Prior to his time at North, which is his alma mater, he was an assistant at Brookfield East, also an offensive coordinator at Kettle Moraine. He's a U.S. Marine veteran. Thank him for his service.
Thank you.
Owns his own business in Waukesha County.
All righty, and as we see the Verona Wildcats take the field with some pyrotechnics, tell us a little bit about third-year head coach Andrew Riley.
Well, third year, and they've won 3 straight conference titles. What more can you say about that? 28-4. He served as an assistant coach for 8 years here under Dave Richardson, a Hall of Famer. Hopefully that's where Andrew will be someday. He's led, again, like I said, 3 consecutive conference titles. They ended the season with a 23-game winning streak in the Big 8, including the last 21 in a row under Riley. He's in his 9th year as a physical education and health teacher here. Began his teaching career at Country View Elementary. Also coached basketball and baseball at sub-levels here. He's a Nathan Hale grad and a Wisconsin-Madison, a proud grad. He's a Badger. And he's also the Strength and Fitness Center coordinator and a member of the Grading for Equity team here. Named the Big 8 Coach of the Year in 2022 and again this season.
Phenomenal accolades. The excitement is palpable for this playoff matchup. We're going to step aside shortly for the national anthem. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, we'll feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Those coaches' profiles you heard before the break are brought to you by the lineup at Midwest Financial Group. Coaches for your financial world, organizing all the players on your personal team for the best chance of success. Behind every great team is a great coach. Let Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get a start today on your financial future. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA/SIPC, registered investment advisor. And Dennis, Verona won the toss. They deferred to the second half. Arrowhead going to get the ball first.
Yes, 3 keys here. First of all, for Arrowhead. One, they want to win the turnover battle. 2, the kicking game. And 3, the big play battle. That's their mantra. And they want to limit Verona to few 20-plus yard plays as possible. On the other side for Verona, they want to land the first punch, or if they get punched, counter back right away. Be physical and contain Signer, the state track athlete, and also stay ahead of the chains. That means limiting penalties on offense, and don't give Arrowhead any extra yards or any extra time on the clock.
And now Yamin Brown on to kick this one away. It's a chilly evening here in Verona, Wisconsin. The sun has set, and we are ready for some football. End over end, line drive kick. Caught at about the 4-yard line, coming out for the 15. Across the 20-yard line, picks his way up past the 25-yard line, and that is where the Arrowhead Warhawks will set up shop from their own 27.
Harper Hughes with that return. Get some pretty good field position, about a 23-yard return.
And then, as you mentioned, Harper Hughes as Vance Holtz leads this Arrowhead offense onto the field. Who are some players to watch when Arrowhead's on the offense?
The big one is Jacob Seiner, ran for 304 yards against Sussex last year. He's got great speed. He did run track last year coming off an injury, but he's part of a group of athletes here. Arrowhead has won 4 state Division I state track meets. They've got speed to burn, and he's one of them.
And Holtz going to be a give up the middle to Prez Bench, and he is swarmed. A whole pack of Wildcats greet him. And no gain on 1st and 10 for Arrowhead.
Yeah, Prez coming in with 270 yards rushing, a couple of touchdowns, no catches. Unlike Seiner, he's got 8 catches coming out of the backfield.
Holtz, 3 receivers to his right, 1 far on his left. Takes the snap, going to keep it himself. Past the 30-yard line, hammered down right there. That's a second tackle already on the day for Jackson Gensler Soda, number 45 on your screen. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Holtz is he's able to run the ball a little bit. He's got 10 touchdowns. Rushing came in with 444 yards. So got to watch him. He can beat you with both his legs and his arm.
First third down of the evening. This Verona defense is vaunted, only allowing 3 points a game so far, as Holt's going to keep it himself. Reaches for the first down. He's not going to get it. Looked like Trey Poteet bringing him down, the superstar for these Wildcats. Going to be 4th and short.
Yeah, the defensive back of the year in the Big 8 again this year. Poteet, going to see him all over the field tonight.
Yeah, it's hard to list. I have him in 3 different places on my spotting boards here. His accolades do not fit in all 3 of the boxes. He is dangerous, as Arrowhead lining up as if they're going to go for this. However, Vance Holtz is utilized as one of the punters, as he will back up into a more traditional position for the punter. Good snap, good hold, short punt, angling over to the left side, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at the 44-yard line of Verona, and that's where they will set up shop. However, if you're the Warhawks, maybe a better outcome than letting Trey Poteet get a chance at it.
Yeah, Poteet's averaging 26.6 yards. A return coming in, 4 returns for touchdowns this year. So I think they wanted to angle that one to the sidelines, but not that short. So now it's great. Is good a punt return. Here he is. You'd like to start on your own 45-yard line.
You will certainly take it if you're Verona.
20 yards net on that punt.
As this is our first opportunity to see Caleb Hallmark and this Verona Wildcat offense averaging over 30 points a game on the season. They can score in bunches when the momentum's on their side, as Connor motions across the formation. Hallmark, pressure coming.
Flag right
down on the play. Connor makes the catch on the sideline, pickup of a couple as it stands. However, we'll have to see what the laundry's about.
Yeah, throw was out number 11, Jackson Connor. One change tonight, Aiden Chapman, a great receiver. He and Hallmark are really on the same page. He had an ACL tear last week. They're not sure if he's going to be able to play any further. You can't tear it much further, but if the meniscus is involved, he might be done for the year, but he's supposed to be out tonight.
Yeah, wishing all the best for him. Hopefully a speedy recovery. However, inactive tonight, as it was an illegal formation penalty on Verona. It is very nice. I don't know about you, Dennis, having the referee hooked up to the PA system so we can hear and don't have to conjecture what the call would be.
Yeah, we do that at Camp Randall, but unfortunately you can't hear over the roar of the crowd sometimes either. But it's very nice. I know it at when I was down there when the Badgers played Notre Dame in Chicago, they had it right into the press box where the PA guy was.
Fair enough. Hallmark in the gun as another
penalty.
whistle. And it's going to be a timeout Verona early. 9:52 left to play here in quarter number 1. And the Wildcats and head coach Andrew Riley will use their first timeout.
Well, it said one of the keys was, again, stay ahead of the change, limit the penalties. And right away, the first play from scrimmage is -5 on the illegal motion penalty. Pretty early. We're at 9:52, just 2 minutes into the game. But in a game like this, you do not want to let things get away. You got timeouts. Use them or lose them, kind of a thing. And in the first half, they might regret not having it in the final minute, but better that than a turnover, or maybe they found something out there defensively they're not ready for.
As this Verona offense, it really hasn't had to deal with coming from behind at all this season.
Their only points in the first half were against Janesville Craig in Week 9. It was a 77-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter. Then they shut them out the rest of the way. But like you said, they're only giving up 33 points in 10 games this year.
Not bad at all. Hallmark in the pistol. Going to be a give to Perez. He's got some speed as he bursts through the hole back to just past the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9.
Just released the All-Big 8 team yesterday, and he's a first-team running back. 8 first-team selections, 5 second-team for Verona. As they say to the victors go the spoils.
Yes.
And now we have a break for
an injured Warhawk.
Play. Well, this one's getting off to a great start.
Yeah.
So slowly.
Say that again. As
I'll tell you what a difference night makes. I was in DeForest for Sauk Prairie DeForest sectional soccer last night. Winds gusting over 40 miles an hour. It was crazy. Yesterday I delivered meals in town in Cross Plains, and you could see the color. By the end of the day, all the leaves are gone. I mean, it was just like whoosh, came through, and the trees are all bare. So we now know, yes, today is November 1st. Yes, winter is coming, folks. But we hope for the sake of football, we got 3 more good weeks of weather, at least for game time.
It is certainly on the doorstep, and that's Tanner Hansen, the injured Warhawk, as he is helped off the field. Hopefully he is okay.
I talked to Coach Harris about the weather. He goes, yeah, now it's Verona, it's going to be good. But I'll guarantee you, if we were playing McWanago tomorrow, it'd be like a monsoon and cold and everything. He goes, they have certain teams they play against. The weather's just always
Weather
bad.
just does not cooperate.
Murphy's Law.
Yep. And other than the chill, gorgeous.
Great night for football.
Night for football. You see a couple of those jackets on the sideline.
Put a plug in for
Verona.
the concession stand. Hot chocolate and coffee.
Ooh.
Yes. That's when your sales should be good.
I might get hot chocolate at halftime.
By the way, they have gourmet hot chocolate at DeForest.
Going to be another give to Perez, trying to turn the corner on the right side, and he is driven back and down. That's Ashton Bauman, the academic all-stater for the Warhawks.
Yeah, Bauman, their best one of their best defensive players, also Brendan Foley, who is their best defensive player, right there on the tackle. I'll finish it off.
Yeah, that was Bauman's 76th tackle on the season, good for second behind the aforementioned Brendan Foley, who has 118. Those two guys have a nose for the football as it's 3rd down and 10 for the Wildcats on their first possession. Hallmark maybe changing some things, getting the puppies organized at the line of scrimmage. The Arrowhead student section getting into it. Hallmark back to pass, looking to the left side, and he's got his man. On the sideline, right at the sticks. That's Bryson Smith on the reception. It looks like he's just a tick short, but a heck of an effort, heck of a stretch and a catch there from Mr. Smith, 5'10", 170-pound senior.
Yeah, he along with Deion Knutson, number 15, are going to be the two guys filling in for Chapman. We'll probably see a little bit more of Bryson Smith tonight, being that he is a senior. Had 6 catches for 42 yards and a touchdown coming in, and they're just short on this one.
And Coach Riley's going to keep the offense on the field, getting a single-eye formation under center. Hallmark, the snap, going to be a give off the right side, pressing forward, fighting through tackles. He's not going to get it. Asher Grady, they put in their big back, but the Arrowhead defense stands tall, and we have a turnover on downs. The Warhawks going to get excellent starting field position as that could be a key play here early on with only 8 minutes and 20 seconds left in this first quarter.
So
only 3.5 minutes
looks
gone by, I should
lost
say.
a yard on that one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Asher Grady, the short yardage back, stands 5'10", weighs 185 compared to the 165-pound Perez. As Holtz and company back on the field, going to be a give off the right side. He's got space past the 50 into Verona territory, shedding some tackles. There goes Perez on the carry. Going to be first down and 10 for the Warhawks. Interesting that we haven't seen Jacob Seiner yet.
Yeah.
Ran for over 300 yards last week in Arrowhead's first playoff game against Sussex Hamilton. Averaged over 13 yards a carry as it's now first down for Arrowhead. Going to be another give off the right side. Looking to turn the corner. Does outside the numbers and pushed out of bounds across the 40.
Prez again. Yep.
Looked to be Cole Lindbergh, the man to push him out of bounds. Gain of about 4. 7:40 left to play. 7:42, pardon me, left in this first quarter. Warhawks on the move inside the Verona 40-yard line. Verona backs out of the pressure. Here it comes, almost intercepted. Errant pass by Vance Holtz, and Miles Dawkins was thinking 6 there before it fell out of his hands.
First team all-conference player as well. And, I think a pick 6 right away. That would have been a biggie.
That could have turned this game on its head quickly. However, as it stands, no harm, no foul for Arrowhead. 3rd down and 7. Home crowd getting into it. Holtz takes the snap. Got time, delivers to the left side. Got his man. First down yardage for the Warhawks. That's Harper Hughes, the go-to man for Holtz. And move those chains for Arrowhead.
Hughes came in and leading the team with 38 catches, 666 yards, 7 touchdowns. Also returns kicks. He had returned the opening kickoff, so he is a big play guy.
Somebody to keep an eye on for sure.
Also
Jake
part
Buddy,
of two great state championship relays, the 800 and the 400. They're 800 set the state record.
As a give to Prez, he's got some space. Steps through a couple tackles, past the 25 before he's taken down. Pickup of around 8 yards on the play. Gang tackle there from the Verona defense.
Yeah, I'm looking for 20. I don't see him. So what's up
Neither
with
have I.
Seiner?
Going to have to.
Might have been one of those things. Maybe he got nicked up last week.
Yeah, ask around. Potentially something happened this week in practice before the game. You never know. Regardless, Perez running hard for the Warhawks so far. 6.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 3 for Arrowhead. Going to be another give, and he's swallowed up in the backfield. Nowhere to go, Bowden Bratzman bringing him to the turf. That's going to be a loss of about 3 on the play, setting up 3rd and medium.
Brotzman was in there so quick he almost took the handoff. That was a great tackle for loss. He came in with 14 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks this year.
The big man on that defensive side of the ball for Verona. Another 3rd down here for Arrowhead. Blitz coming. Holtz in trouble. Steps up, gets away from the first few defenders, and he can't get away from the next. There he is again. That man, Bowden Bratzman, in on the sack, or pardon me, that might have been someone else. That might have been Rowan Boniface.
And I say Golden, Peyton Golden, 97, also in on the play there. He's the big man at 5'11", 285 junior. 4th and 11, so a loss of 5 on that sack.
All the way back to the Verona 30-yard line, 4th down and 11. And Arrowhead at least indicating right now that they're going to be going for it. Holtz all alone in the gun, takes the snap, looking left, steps up in trouble, and he is brought down. Turnover on downs. That one, you can bet, is Rowan Boniface. First team all Big 8. Showing his worth there, getting back-to-back sacks of Vance Holtz, and Verona's defense gets the much-needed stand.
So a loss of 5 and then a loss of 1, back-to-back sacks, as you said. So we've had a punt, over on downs.
Yeah.
Can you say defensive, potentially first team to score?
You never know.
But that's what first quarters also are,
Yep.
and then you get those explosions in the second quarters. They feel each other out here early.
Hallmark going to be give off the right to Perez across the 35 and push down there. Evan Wozniak on the stop. Solid pickup of about 5 on first down.
Yeah, Perez came in averaging 5.6 yards a carry, 7 touchdowns on the year. So he's been their big back. Last week, though, Kaysen Jenin and Grady got a lot of carries in that blowout. 48-0 over Bradford. They're able to play a lot of their JV, a lot of their reserves early.
And at this stage in the season, that rest cannot be overstated as it's a grind to the top now. Pressure coming here. Hallmark steps away, pumping a couple times, and he'll just meander out of bounds. No gain, maybe a loss of a couple, as that sets up 3rd down and 6.
Better that than trying to force a pass and getting it picked down in your own territory. So smart move, just do what he could, and basically just lost. Looks like lost 1 on that one.
Yeah, veteran play there by Caleb Hallmark. The senior stands 6 foot 3 inches tall, weighs in at 205 pounds. All conference selection as well. 11 for 13 with 120 yards, couple of touchdowns last week.
Yeah, he's a first teamer last year. Was first year last year. Was his first year starting. He was a second teamer this year. Fiedler was the number 1 in Passaglia.
3rd down and 6. Got Trey Poteet on the slant, spun to the ground, and he's got first down yardage, moving those chains. When in doubt, go to Mr. Trey Poteet.
Big play. They're going to move him all over. He'll play all 3 receiver spots, and a lot of time in the slot probably tonight. And also we're going to see him, we'll even see him some Wildcat taking snaps.
Yep, I didn't realize he has 2 touchdown passes thrown on the season to go along with his many other touchdowns in different forms.
Big play Trey,
as they like to call him. Did you and Jesse Nelson coin that?
I think first time we saw him, we said, yeah, triple threat Trey.
And pressure coming, ball batted into the air, and it's picked off. Diving play made by Brendan Foley. Snatches it with the fingertips. And they're going to call it incomplete. Oh, goodness, Foley made a heck of an effort. I thought he had it there.
Whoa, talk about diverting disaster. Yeah, they look pretty good, but the official right on the spot.
Yep.
And we don't have instant replay here, so.
Yep.
You know.
And he wasted no time, made the signal. Got to trust what the Stripes have to say. As regardless, as you said, crisis averted for this Verona offense. 3:24 left to play in quarter number 1, 2nd and 10. Hallmark in the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 on the right. Dropping back, looking that way. Got his man outside the numbers. Stretches forward to midfield. As that is Trey Poteet again on the reception. Give him 8 on the play, and that makes this 3rd down much more manageable for this Verona offense.
Stretch the extra yards. The Tennessee recruit. The first 2 catches go to Trey.
He is certainly the man to watch this evening.
Yeah, he came in with 36 catches, 469 yards, 6 touchdowns. So he's done it all. He's scored just about every way possible, except a fumble return, I think. That's it.
Well, maybe we'll see it soon. It's 3rd down and 2. Pressure coming. Hallmark stepping up in the pocket. Gets away from a few and is spilled across the first down marker. tough piece of running from Caleb Hallmark. Pressure was in his face and took a lick to get that first down.
Yeah, Christian Rothmeyer upended him right there, but it was a little too late to prevent the first down. Needed 2, got 3.
And you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, one of the keys would be staying ahead of the chains. And on this drive so far, Verona's done a good job of doing just that. Jackson Connor motions in to the close slot. Hallmark in the pistol here. Going to be give off the left side. Good penetration there from this Warhawk defense. Perez had nowhere to go. Brought down to the backfield.
Yeah, it was like Dominic Johnson, 77, made the penetration on that one. But
I believe that was Tillman Schleep
got the tackle,
on the tackle. Second down and 11. Now for Verona. And on cue, as we say, they're staying ahead of the chains, start to move backwards as typical. Hallmark, straight drop, pressure coming, setting up a screen, got Perez, but Foley is there to drop him in the backfield. Had it set up well, but Foley sniffed it out. Loss of a few.
That's a veteran play. Read his keys, kept his ground, and then just found a way to knife through and through three potential blockers. And then for another loss of 1.
And just like that, Verona now facing 3rd down and 12 from the Arrowhead 49-yard line.
Yeah, final minute of the first quarter. His team's still kind of duking it out here, trying to get an edge.
A defensive struggle so far through 1. This could very well be the last play of the quarter as the clock ticks under 30 seconds left here in the first frame. Hallmark back to throw. 5 coming.
Good
Steps
pressure.
up. He's going to keep it himself, and he really has nowhere to go. Tripped up, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but nothing more, and Verona's going to have to punt it away.
Foley once again on the tackle there.
That man is everywhere. He has 13 tackles for loss, actually make it 14 after he blew up that screen. 3 sacks.
Arrow's doing a good job of pocket maintaining the edges so he doesn't have room to get outside. That time force him up right where the linebackers were and able to bring him down. If anything, you'd rather have him run the ball. So Arrowhead wants to keep the ball in his hands, keep it out of number 3, out of Trey's and Perez. But so far defensively, both teams matching each other, and we haven't come close to a score yet. Well, Arrowhead did get it down to the territory.
They were close, but then they started moving backwards. A field goal was out of the question. And as it stands, through 1 quarter, a defensive struggle. Your score, Verona 0, Arrowhead 0. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Bucky wants a Honda with lots of headroom.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Something with room for all your friends, right?
These are the people who take good care of you.
It's gotta be red, of course.
Get to know Zimbrick, 'cause you deserve it.
Zimbrick Honda. Hundreds of options. Zero hassle.
Zimbrick, Fish Hatchery Road.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania as Yamin Brown gets the snap. High spiraling punt. Signals for the fair catch. Has to go to his knees. But make the catch he does. And that is where the Arrowhead Warhawk offense will set up shop for the 3rd time so far this evening.
So 43 yards. All-conference punter. And that did his job on that one. That was a 43-yard punt.
And one of the keys that you mentioned for Arrowhead was win the kicking game. And, I mean, we haven't seen too much kicking, but Verona winning the field position battle as it stands. However, I will say both teams have dealt with poor field position. Now, as we say that, it looks like there was a penalty on the play that we missed, and we may have to do this
got a
all
hold.
over again.
Holding against good call against Verona. It's going to wipe out that punt.
Spoke too soon, and you mean Brown's going to have to do it again for Verona, now backed up to his own 43-yard line. 11:53 here in this first half. Gets the snap. Gets the punt away clean. Booming kick. That one takes a Verona bounce at the 20. Rolls all the way.
Oh!
And it will be a touchback. Almost saved and down at the 1-yard line. A phenomenal punt. A phenomenal effort by the Gunners as Verona may be questioning whether or not they saved it. However, the call is the call. And Arrowhead will now start at their 20-yard line.
An official right on the line there to keep an eye on the football. Wow. Boomed it all. Got great roll there, but just a little too much.
Yeah, you mean Brown averaging almost 35 yards per punt. That one went a little farther than 35 yards.
Yeah, he's only had 2 down inside the 20. That would have been his third one.
That would have been
but
a
again,
big boost.
Verona hasn't had a punt an awful lot this year. So.
No, for this stellar Wildcat defense, and they swarm all over Prez bench, knocked down after a gain of 1. Maybe give him 1.5. As Boniface was the first one in there to make the stop. Yards hard to come by so far today for both of these offenses. Typically high-flying offenses, I will say.
We'll need a calculator. Maybe we can use our fingers and toes to figure this one out tonight.
Not a bad idea. As Sam Schneider comes in motion across the left of the formation. Going to be a little draw play up the middle. Bench has got some space. Spins out of a tackle. Past the 40-yard line. Ball came out. Verona says they have it. Was he down? Referees going to have a discussion. We're either looking at a 20-plus yard pickup, and that we are. The Verona crowd and the defense not liking that one.
We talk about team speed. He was bench was 6th in the 100-yard meter dash last year, and he's also on those relays that won state. So once he gets to the secondary, it's like Signer. You better get a body on him. Arm's not going to do it.
A slippery run on that one. Pickup of 20 for Arrowhead, and they botch the snap. Holtz is able to fall on it, but it's a loss of about 4.5. And just like that, Arrowhead moving backwards. 3 steps forward, 1 step back. But some narrow misses on turnovers so far today by both teams. Foley almost had the interception. Verona almost recovered a fumble there.
A lot of pressure in this game. Winner goes on. It's, survive and advance. Loser, you're turning in your equipment on Monday. Nobody wants to do that this time of the year.
Nope. And the winner of this game will take on the winner of number 2 McGuanago and number 3 Racine Case. Having our man Hunter Vaughn give us some updates on that periodically as Bench has got space and gets up near the first down marker. Once he gets that head of steam, he is quick.
I think that was Norris. That was a TD save on that tackle. One more step, he was gone.
As Bench picks up another first down. Prez doing it all so far for the Warhawks on this drive. Give him 30 yards all by himself. Is now Arrowhead sets up from the 50-yard line. Knocking on the door of Wildcat territory. Holtz, low snap, picks it up, fires high, and he's got his man caught. That's Harper Hughes knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 6. Looked to be Amin Brown on the coverage. As Arrowhead now with a little bit of offensive momentum. 2nd down and 4. Trips to the right. Verona showing some pressure. Here it comes. Holtz tries to get away. He cannot. brought down in the backfield. Looked like Jackson Gensler Soda. You've heard his name a couple times tonight. In the backfield before Holtz even had a chance. 3rd down and long coming up.
That was a beautiful play, penetration. Again, one where he almost could have taken the handoff there. He was back there so fast. That's his 6th tackle for loss of the season, a big one right here.
As the cowbells are out and loud here in this Verona home crowd. Holtz looking over to his left, got Hughes, tries to make a man miss. He does, and smacked right at the sticks by Kamari Norris. They're marking him just a yard short. Decision time, and it appears to already be made. Arrowhead from the 41-yard line. Another big 4th down opportunity for both of these squads. Heck of an effort there. I've said that a lot tonight by Harper Hughes, making the first man miss.
Got his hand down.
Staying on his feet.
Yeah, kept his knee from hitting the turf and got the extra almost 3 yards.
As this Verona area high school gets loud, Holt's going to keep him himself off the left side. Runs over a man for the first down. Inside the 40-yard line, and Arrowhead keeps on a-churning.
That was a called play. You could see as soon as he took the snap right for the left side, found a little bit of an opening, slid through, and picked up just enough. Actually needed 1, got 4 on that play.
Yeah, Holt's a tough man to bring down. I was watching some of their game against Pewaukee earlier today, and lots of designed QB runs in that one, and he is no small fry in the backfield. Saw him lower the boom on that 4th down. Verona bringing heat, and speaking of lowering the boom, blowing up, and it's picked off. Here comes Trey Poteet down the other way. Past
30.
the 40-yard line. 25-20, see you
70
later.
yards.
And that,
70.
my friends, is why they call him Big Play Trey. Verona strikes first on the defensive side of the ball. 6-0 Wildcats on top.
Oh, wow. His team best 6th interception of the year. His 2nd return, he returned one against Janesville Craig the last week of the regular season. That was a 40-yarder, so this one almost doubled it. 70 got it right in front of us and went down the left sideline in front of the Verona bench. Now, nobody touch him. Just let him go. No interference here. And coaches are keeping the guys back, and he sprints right into the end zone.
My, oh, my. He had some nice stick work there.
He may not be the track star that Arrowhead's got with their sprinters, but he sure showed some good speed that time.
And the shiftiness. He had to make quite a few men miss on that return. As Arrowhead going to call their first timeout of the half with 7:12 left to play. Here in this first half, this Verona crowd coming to their feet. Wildcats lead this one 6-0. On behalf of who else? Trey Poteet, and where else? On the defensive side of the ball.
A question on
that
Verona.
That is his 4th interception on the season.
Wasn't their defense coming in as much as were they going to be able to put some points up on the offensive side? But when your defense can score and your special teams can score, it takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback and the offense. Maybe that'll loosen things up a little bit for the Wildcats next time they get the ball.
As now Evans Bartell on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. With 7 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in the first half. Your score, Verona 7, Arrowhead 0. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Trey Poteet getting the Wildcats on the board first, a la pick 6. As this crowd is fired up, to say the least.
Switched it up on the point after touchdowns. Yameen Brown was 18 of 24 during the season for Bartell. Now 10 of 11. I think with Brown playing some defense, they're giving him a little break there.
Wobbly line drive kick from Yameen Brown. Arrowhead coming back the other way across the 24. Uh-oh, here we go. Special teams across the 35. Oh, baby. What an answer from the Warhawks. And just like that, it's 7-6.
95 yards on the return.
I don't think I even have a number 24 listed on my roster.
I do not either.
I don't know who it was, but wow. Ryan Hyman. Thank you to the Arrowhead coaches. He's listed as 3.
Number 3
on the roster. Coming in at number 24, Ryan Hyman. You're talking about that track speed, and man, did it kill there.
Yes, and Hyman is a member of the 400 relay that was first and the 800 relay that set a state record last year, along with Harper Hughes and Prez Bench.
Arrowhead on to attempt the 2-point conversion, and it is good. Brendan Foley rumbles his way into the end zone, and man, oh man, how things can change in a hurry. Now with 6:56 left to play in quarter number 1, your score Arrowhead 8, Verona 7. This momentum,
what did I say?
A roller coaster.
We'd have to wait to the second quarter for the explosion to begin. We've got a 70-yard interception return, now a 95-yard kickoff return.
And for all you statisticians out there, those were the first points allowed by Verona in the second quarter this season. Congratulations to the Arrowhead Warhawks.
Yeah, the 7 they gave up was the first quarter against Janesville Craig. And it took a special teams.
Yep, it was not on their defense. And now how does Verona respond? Talking in the keys. Andrew Riley said he wanted to punch first. Their defense did that. Arrowhead punched back. And who's got the next left hook sitting in their sleeve?
Marvel Hamlin. Let's see a little butterfly with Ali. Who's what a boxing analogies we can use in this one. You'd say dancing into the end zone. And
as an interesting little squib kick here, not letting Poteet get the ball. That one's caught by Jackson Connor. The lanky wide receiver gets up past the 35-yard line to the 36, and that is where this Verona offense will set up shop.
8 yards on the return there. So 36, that's a good place to start, but it beats the end zone. So,
yep.
Now Verona, they have the ball. If they can get a nice long drive here, they will get the ball to start the second half. So they like to be able to get a touchdown and then, be able to add to that. But Arrowhead's defense will have something to say here, I'm sure.
Potentially a 2-for-1, depending on how methodical the Wildcats operate as Hallmark. Going to be a give up the middle to Perez. He's got a little space and squeezes ahead for a pickup of 4.
That was Jack Tarkowski, 27, with a nice form tackle there, brought him down. That's how you stop him, head on.
I understand I've only called a few games with you so far this season, Dennis, but this seems to be the fastest game I have witnessed in terms of speed on both sides of the ball. These guys can move.
Yes. Now we're getting to the level where everybody is good.
Yep.
And, Arrowhead's won 4 state track championships for a reason.
Mm-hmm. No more wheat from the chaff. This is just wheat from the wheat as Perez gets it again, fighting his way back to the line of scrimmage. Ashton Bauman stops him right there. Pickup of maybe one. 3rd down and 5 for Verona.
Mason Waterfield, too, their defensive end on their 3-man front. So held just to 1 yard on that carry.
Now, if you're head coach Andrew Riley here, what are you thinking here on this 3rd and 5?
I'd like to be able to get Trey out open in space, whether it's, with maybe a little screen pass or something out in the flat.
We'll see what they're able to dial up as Jackson Connor comes in motion to the left of the formation. Hallmark back to throw, pressure coming, and his grill snagged off the turf. Shoestring catch from, you guessed it, Trey Poteet. 1st down Wildcats.
Hallmark knows where his bread is buttered.
Yes, as not the greatest throw of all time, but just catchable enough for Trey. And the chains have been moved.
Move the chains. Needed 5, got 7. So just enough. Just keep it going here. Running clock. Plenty of time here to grind one out.
Asher Grady checks in at running back as we're now under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. Ball marked at their Verona 48-yard line. Hallmark time, back to throw. Rainbows the left sideline, swatted away by Josh Coy. Was looking for Trey Poteet.
I wanted handing the ball back. Here it is, buddy. Trey wouldn't have any part of it. I love it.
Coy said, no dice.
Yeah, Coy with 3 interceptions this year, 21 tackles there in that cornerback spot. Got him one-on-one, so that says something there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of respect for his ability to make plays.
And maybe now intentionally, Trey Poteet is lined up on the other side of the ball. Hallmark looking to the sideline to get his play. 4:42 here in this first half. Finds Poteet across the midfield marker. Lunges ahead to the 46-yard line. 3rd down and manageable. Hallmark going to the air a little bit more this drive.
That's sort of like Middleton-esque, where they don't run the ball that well, so they use a lot of short passes out in the flat. We saw that last week. We had Middleton and Chippewa Falls.
Sort of the air raid, the pistol spread, I believe both of these teams run.
Yeah.
If you're being technical, as Poteet starts as the running back, motions out to the slot right. 3rd down and 4, under 4 minutes left to play in this first half. Finds Poteet, got his man across the 40-yard line, makes a couple man miss, and is upended near the 35-yard line. However, there is a flag. It's going to be offensive pass interference. The indication, Hallmark can't believe it, but an emphatic signal from the referee.
I tried to set an illegal pick there to get Poteet open.
As the referees have a discussion, we'll get the official call here shortly, I believe. As the student sections go back and forth, here it is. Nothing beats high school football.
And they don't tell you who it is because they don't want to pick on whoever made the call. So
no, but that's fair.
Yep, it's high school.
It is still high school. All still, or I believe most aren't adults yet, if I had to guess. As the ball now moved back to the 39-yard line.
15-yard penalty. That's a biggie. So now 3rd and 19.
And that changes things drastically here for Verona. Clock still moving, under 3.5 minutes left to play in this first half. Hallmark, straight drop. Rainbows left sideline looking for Poteet, and a little bit past the outstretched arms. Verona sideline wanted a flag. They're not going to get it. 4th down and 19.
Well, double coverage. Wozniak, cornerback, was on the play there, and they shifted Tarkovsky, the safety, over to the last minute to make sure Trey didn't get open.
Looked like there was a little bit of a window
Yep.
If Hallmark was able to squeeze it in, however, it would have had to be a perfect pass.
He had to be quick because Tarkovsky got over there pretty quickly. So great defensive stand there by Arrowhead.
And just like that, a first down near the 35-yard line from Verona turns into a punt inside their own 30-yard line. Pressure coming. Brown gets it away. Booming. Punt sliding. Catch made by Ryan Hyman. And the Warhawks now with a chance to extend their lead here late in this first half.
So 3 possessions for Verona, 2 punts and an over on downs. And so far for Arrowhead, they have an interception, a punt, and an over on downs. So big plays.
Yep.
Special teams, so a defensive play for Verona and a special teams for Arrowhead. That's the offense we had today, if you want to call it that.
Still exciting, in my opinion. Nothing like a good old slobber knocker. Maybe a.
Yeah, now this puts the pressure on the Verona defense to keep Arrowhead out, knowing they'll get the ball to start the second half.
But if there's any unit this team trusts, it's their defense as Holtz tries to probe that left edge and nothing doing. Maybe 1 yard pickup on the play as we're under 3 minutes to go now here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, Verona takes a lot of pride in that defense out there.
The defense, we will say, has still not given up any points in the second quarter all season. See if Arrowhead can change that here. 2:45 left to go. 4 receivers. Holtz in the backfield. That's Hayden Russ next to him. Pressure coming. Steps up. Across the 30-yard line. Tripped up. Pickup of about 6 or 7. Way to make something out of nothing there if you're Holtz.
Yeah, right now here it's Arrowhead just trying to grind it out, protect the football, get a little bit of space there, and then open it up here probably in the final minute or so.
Here we go. 3rd down and 2, just over 2 minutes to play, and Verona jumps.
Oh.
Got him with the hard count as that looked to be Peyton Golden, the guilty party, and just like that, as you said, things open up a lot more now for the Warhawks.
3rd key limit, stay ahead of the chains limit penalties offense and defense. So we had a 15-yarder, which pushed them behind the chains, and now a 5-yarder that gave a first down to Arrowhead on a play where you get a stop, you get the ball back. Maybe you can score. Now,
chance. Still 2 timeouts.
Yeah, Arrowhead can now run it down.
As Arrowhead elects Arrowhead elected to stop the clock on the penalty and then tried to quick get a playoff. Must have assumed things were kosher. Instead, the referee, while still hooked up to the PA, has to stop things. And that is entertainment, folks. And now,
here we go, clock starting.
Let's see if we get any further clarification. Stop the clock. Yeah, they started it, stopped it. Some murmurings from the crowd.
As we say in hockey, drop the puck.
Yeah. And now the clock runs. I thought they elected to stop the clock.
Who knows?
I don't know exactly what's going on. Regardless, minute 50 left to play here in the first half. 1st and 10 for Arrowhead. Holtz gets the snap. Gonna keep it himself, and he is blown up in the backfield.
Is that Evan Bindle, 25?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Bindle. Loss of 4 on the play.
Ouch.
Arrowhead hustling now, under a minute 30. 4 receivers. Hayden Russ in the backfield. Verona not showing pressure, bringing 3. Pressure still coming. Fires over to the left side, got his man, and spun out of bounds by Miles Dawkins.
13
goes Jake Buddy. First time we've called his name this evening. Out of bounds, that'll stop the clock at a minute 08. 3rd and 7. And now Verona with 2 timeouts. Still have a chance to get the ball back with a little bit of time for your offense, potentially. as the defense has been winning the day so far for both squads. Holtz back to pass, looking long, fires over the middle. A defender slipped. He's got Hughes near the 40-yard line. Knocked down by Potita, the 41. But here come the Warhawks. They hustle to the line, and a timeout is called by Matt Harris. And Arrowhead, that is their second timeout of the half. 59.2 seconds left in this first half. I couldn't see which defender slipped, but that left Hughes wide open.
Yeah, Poteet came up, make tackle, but 18 yards on that big flip of the field right there from their territory to Verona's territory. And now 41 yards to go. Plenty of time here. You got one timeout left. Try to get the ball a little closer, then go for the end zone.
Do you happen to know the range of Cam DeBoer?
He said 45 and in would probably be a good one, but they passed on opportunity early in the game where they could have had it would have been about a 47-yarder, maybe a little bit outside, not knowing what winds are only supposed to be about 5 miles an hour tonight, so it doesn't look like
flags
it's a
not
factor.
moving whatsoever.
But yeah, DeBoer is their field goal kicker. He's 2 for 3. Wozniak also, he's attempted 1. He's 0 for 1.
But Arrowhead, of course, thinking end zone here late in the first half. Holtz takes the snap, got time, and now he doesn't. Sacked all the way back at the 48-yard line. Rowan Boniface and Bowden Bratzman combined to make the hit.
At left side of the defense, they combined for 28 tackles for loss coming in, and they combined 4-1 right there.
Yeah.
Half of one each.
Holtz had a little bit of time as defender sprints off the field. That's Gensler Soda as Holtz now plunges forward back to the original line of scrimmage. Clock ticking, under 20 seconds now left to play in this first half. Let's see if they maybe attempt a Hail Mary or something along those lines. 10 seconds now for Arrowhead. They still have a timeout if they want to use it. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. Holtz takes the snap. Back to throw. Steps into it. High and deep and falls incomplete. In the end zone, nothing doing on the last-ditch effort, and we have hit halftime here at Verona Area High School. Your score through 2 quarters, Arrowhead 8, Verona 7. Dennis, what did you see in that first half?
That last one, boy, you had double coverage back there. Norris and Yamin Brown back there to make sure you didn't catch it. Both offenses are struggling here. Arrowhead's able to move the ball a little bit better, but Verona literally shooting itself in the foot. Too many penalties, offense and on defense, have not been able to get any kind of a drive going. But great defense for both teams. Arrowhead, that team speed. We saw it on the kickoff return on a couple of plays. So credit Verona for being able to contain them, but no signer in the first half. Mm-hmm. That is the key. Wondering what happened in his status. At 304 yards the last game, I'm sure that's one thing I know Verona was preparing for. But high school, there are still secrets, even with the internet.
Yep.
So if there's an injury or something, they did a good job of turning to their backup back, who's and the quarterback running a little bit more. But we've seen Holtz run a lot during the year, so he's capable too of picking up yards.
Yep, and we'll ask around, see if we can find some answers. We'll do our best. Regardless, we'll let you know what we know coming out of the second half. As advertised through 2 quarters, we're going to step aside for a short break. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Tavern-style pizza, an upgrade to their classic crispy thin crust. Cut into 16 snackable squares and loaded to the edge with bold, flavorful toppings. Try one of their 4 new signature recipes: the spicy chicken sausage, the pesto margarita, the double pepperoni, or the ultimate. Because for a limited time, you can get any large specialty Tavern-style pizza for only $12. Go thinner, go crispier, go bolder with Pizza Hut's new Tavern-style crust. Order online today at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that cover a full-service financial solutions. This local independent firm is dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how Midwest Financial Group can help set your future up for success. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA/SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tax planning and fixed insurances are separate from and not offered through Commonwealth.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to tell you how to save money and save the planet. It's simple. Ditch your energy bill and make the switch over to Everlight Solar. While electricity prices keep rising, Everlight Solar will give you the chance to take ownership of your power while also reducing your carbon footprint. As a local company based out of Madison, they'll be there with you every step of the way as you make the switch to solar. To learn more about how you can save money and save the planet, go to everlightsolar.com.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
To Dennis Semrau, who had the opportunity to sit down with our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Marion Moore from Bell Phillips Memorial.
Our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Marion Moore from Bell Phillips Memorial in Madison. A three-sport athlete, football, basketball, track and field. Attracted you to play football. What do you like about the game?
The physicality of the game, you know. The brotherhood with getting out there with your boys, you know, on a Friday night, lights on, fans loud, it's no other.
And now basketball, you didn't play that last year, but you're going to be going out again this year?
Yep. I'll be out there this year with the guys.
North Dakota State, that's where you committed to back in June.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What's it feel like to have that over? I'm sure it's not quite over because you're still probably getting phone calls, right?
Right. It feels great, honestly. It feels great to say I'm committed to one school, but at times it gets hard when there's bigger schools and big schools hitting me up, calling me, wanting to get me on campus. So sometimes it gets hard, but North Dakota's home.
Yeah, some of the programs in the city have been struggling, but Memorial has been kind of the benchmark. Coach Harris retired. Yeah. Coach B took over. What was that transition like?
It hurts missing out on Coach Harris, but Coach B, he stepped up big time, and he's doing a great job as a coach. He carried on a culture that Coach Harris left, and he's doing good. So keep it up.
Finished the regular season 8-1.
Yep.
As a senior, what does that mean to you?
It's big, As us seniors last year, after we lost to Middleton, we had a senior meeting, and our goals was to win titles. We didn't get conference necessarily, but we went after all city, and we're still going. So us not getting conference is not going to stop us from doing what we want to do.
What do you like about being a Spartan?
The love. Everybody that you meet here, you will know for the rest of your life, and you just got to cherish them type of moments.
You list your older brother and your dad as your role models.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Darrell, my dad, Deshaun, my older brother.
How have they impacted your life on the field and off?
Honestly, they both, growing up, I looked up to both of them, and I wanted to beat both of them together. My brother played high school sports. He played football. He ran track. He played basketball. My dad did all three as well. So.
And when you look back on your time, Matt, Memorial, what's going to stand out the most? What are you going to remember the most about being here?
Game days, Friday night game days.
Pretty good fan base?
Yes.
What's your favorite, I know with Coach Collins with basketball, who's also one of your teachers, right?
Yeah.
With AP Stats?
Yeah, he is actually right now.
Well, he always has his dress-up days or whatever. What's your favorite one the students will show up with? All right, our UW Credit Union ESPN Madison Student Athlete of the Week, Marion Moore from Vel Phillips Memorial of Madison. I hope you have a great year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Dennis Semrau with Marion Moore of Vel Phillips Memorial High School. It is currently 8-7. Warhawks on top of the Wildcats here at Verona Area High School. At halftime, we're going to take another break. But first, I got to tell you, of course, about UW Credit Union. As for over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater opportunities. Join today at uwcu.org. UW Credit Union is proud to support all the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen every week to hear who the student athlete of the week is. Couple updates for you as well. McGuanago currently leads Racine Case 21-0. The winner of this game will take on the winner of that one. It appears at this point to be trending McGuanago. And an update on Signer. He did practice all week. However, we still do not know why he is out today. So if we get an answer, we will let you know. And finally, Ryan Heinen, the man who had the kickoff return for a touchdown for Arrowhead, hobbled off the field. Appeared to be a little shaken up. If we can get an update on him as well, we will let you know when we know. Thank you so much all for listening as well. Once again, I'm Riley Yauk, here with the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. We're going to step aside, take another break, and when we return, it'll be time for the second half of this Level 2 playoff game here between Verona and Arrowhead. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our balanced approach helps guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, we will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward in all aspects to help you achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy, care, competence, and clarity, it's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
When life takes an unexpected turn, turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures that you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there are no fees until you win. Trust a firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Personal Injury Law at pembertonpi.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health has you covered. We accept over 160 insurances, including Anthem Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna, Dean Health Plan, Humana, and Quartz. Enjoy easy access at Stoughton Health, where most general surgery appointments are available within a week. When it comes to your procedure, trust board-certified general surgeon Dr. Aaron Schwab. At Stoughton Health, we are proud to provide you with exceptional, personalized service. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Nope. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
The biggest games.
A perfect season complete. The Wanakee Warriors are your state champions in Division II.
The most compelling stories.
50 years for Title IX. That's incredible. And this is the 50th anniversary.
The area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here from Verona Area High School. The Arrowhead Warhawks lead the Verona Wildcats 8-7 as halftime draws to a close. Riley Yauk here alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. And Dennis, tell our listening and viewing audience the offensive statistics you just informed me of.
Coming into the game, Arrowhead averages almost 32 points and 375 yards of offense. And Verona's about 35 points and 286 yards. Well, in the first half,
pretty
Verona,
close, right?
Yeah, Verona 17 plays, 53 yards. Go Warhawks defense on that one. Well, 53. And not much more for Arrowhead. They're averaging 4 yards a play, 25 for 102.
Okay, at least they've hit the century mark. They're triple digits
155 yards of total offense in the first half because these two defenses came to play. I love it. I love defensive football. Yes, they say offense sells tickets, defense wins championships, and both these teams have championship caliber defenses.
As you called it, a slobber knocker and a good appetizer potentially for Wisconsin, Iowa taking place tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're ready. Go Badgers.
Yes, sir. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you in part by Canopy Wealth Management. At Canopy Wealth Management, they believe in the continued development of partnerships for good within their communities and giving back where they can. The team at Canopy emphasize building local relationships and believe that values matter and strengthen their communities. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com. And Dennis, you were pointing to something.
The clock again. Now
Yeah.
it was just counting down. It was under 2 minutes. Now it's almost. What's going on here?
I was concerned. I didn't know if something was
No,
wrong.
I'm looking at the clock, going, "Hey, okay."
Down on the field, and I don't know if it's visible to our viewing audience right now or if we have the graphic up. But as you can see, Ryan Heinen limping in from the locker room, did not participate in warm-ups coming out of the half. Interesting development there. He currently has 6 of Arrowhead's 8 points. And Dennis, looking ahead to this second half now, what do these teams need to do to finish this one off, maybe generate some offensive momentum, and move on to take on the winner of McGuanago and Racine Case? Another update for you. It is now 21-6 at halftime, McGuanago.
Well, for Arrowhead, they want to win the turnover battle. Right now, they're losing it. Interception return for the touchdown for Verona. Win the kicking game. Well, I think they're even, but they got a kickoff return, so special teams. Win the big pipe battle. Amass 20-plus yard plays versus Verona. Yes, they have not given up one for Verona. And for the other side, we talked about land the first punch or get punched. They landed a punch and then got punched back, but they were not able to counter. They were able to keep Arrowhead there, not give up a touchdown offensively, but they gave up that 2-point run, which is going to be huge down the stretch, I think. Be physical, contain Steiner, who hasn't played. We don't know what's going on with Jacob, but stay ahead of the chains. Here's where Verona's got to improve in the second half. Too many penalties on offense and then some big ones on defense to extend drives for Arrowhead. But the Wildcats defense, again, has not given up a point in the first half. That was the special teams, kickoff return that they gave up. So I can't wait for the second half here, I think. First team to get an offensive score is probably going to be it, the way these guys are playing.
Yep, and that 1 point looming large. Arrowhead up 8-7. PrepMania also brought to you in part by Stoughton Health. Stoughton Health provides trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all of the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more. As mentioned, Verona won the coin toss, deferred to the second half, so they will receive and have an opportunity to take the lead right away. Trey Poteet and Bryson Smith back deep to return. We'll see if Arrowhead even gives them a chance.
A big factor in this one, too, for Verona is the lack of respect the Big Eight's had over the years, not being able to win in the postseason. And people were saying, okay, let's see how Verona does against Arrowhead. First half, they're toe-to-toe with one of the best teams, with the co-champs in the Classic 8.
We started this off as the kick is away. Connor makes the catch almost over his head, looking for space and finds a little bit up near the 30. Ball is ripped out, but he was marked down beforehand. That was Evan Wozniak clawing at the football. And, yeah, Dennis, we started out this broadcast comparing Arrowhead to the Evil Empire. And the Verona Wildcats to the plucky underdogs.
Everybody wants to beat Arrowhead. I think that Coach Chair said, we make everybody's season by beating us. So the bar is high at Arrowhead, but I don't think they'd have it any other way. They're champions.
Hallmark almost gets the defense to jump. That was Riemann Schneider with a little flinch on the line, but no penalty. First down, 11:53. Here in this second half. Going to be a give big hole for Perez. Past the 35. Stiff arm lowers the shoulder. Past the first down marker. And that is how you start off this second half on the offensive side of the ball if you're Verona.
Yeah, one other comparison. They compared Arrowhead to the University of Wisconsin at Merton because of their college campus. Well, this is a college campus at Verona, so they're right there too.
I do know their locker rooms are quite impressive.
Press box, levels, and they do it all right over there.
And as you can tell, lots of support for this football program. Not sure if you can see on the
Great
broadcast,
crowd,
but
yes. Student
phenomenal crowd on
Love it.
both sides. Great traveling as there goes Perez, stumbles ahead near first down yardage. They mark him 3 yards short. Looked like he had leapt forward. Maybe the knee hit a little earlier than anticipated. 2nd down and 3 now for Verona. But, yeah, this crowd phenomenal on both sides, packed. We have 2 Verona student sections. I think we have a high school student section and a middle school student section. You don't see that too often.
Gotta love high school football.
Can't beat it. Hallmark in the pistol. Under 11 to play here in this third
again.
quarter. Perez, why not one more time? But this time, not much doing. Tanner Hansen appeared to be the one to get him by the ankles.
Just to pick up a 1 there. So 3 carries, 18 yards coming out.
Asher Grady now checking in. The bigger of the 2 backs. Tried to use him on a 4th and 1 earlier and was denied.
Yeah, Grady just a sophomore, averaging 5.4 yards coming in. And Perez, underclassman as well, so both these guys will be back next year.
The futures appear very bright for both of these programs. Andrew Riley in just his 3rd season, 28-4, his record. Offset pistol here. Hallmark going to be a give to Perez again. Slams into the pile, and he is denied. Pushed backwards by a combination of Waterfield and Riemann Schneider. And decision time here early in the half for Verona.
Yeah, a couple offensive linemen made all conference there for Verona, but the Classic 8 hasn't released their team yet. Even though Brendan Foley is the defensive player of the year in the league. I heard that through the grapevine. So they got some pretty good studs on the other side of the ball.
Not too bad. 4th down and 2 here for Verona. Bonifus checks in for the Wildcats. Going to be a QB keeper, and he's got it with plenty of room to spare. Hallmark, a little tush-push action. That's why you bring in the big fella, Rowan Bonifaz.
Yeah, pick up a 4 there. That's big first down. Yeah, nothing in the shotgun there. Nothing in the shotgun. Definitely quarterback just said, I'm going to get this one. This one's me.
And that he did. Phenomenal push there from Hallmark, the big fella, and a little bit of friendly push from the other big fella, Poteet. The Wildcat going to keep himself, cuts back, leaps forward near the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 6. The Wildcat keeper from Trey Poteet.
Ashton Ballman there with a tackle. Waiting to see that. First time they've unveiled that this game.
We'll see if both coaches go a little deeper into the well when it comes to play calling. Poteet, again, he's going to keep it. Shimmy shake at the line of scrimmage. And he is stoned. Nowhere to go. Looked like Tarkowski in on the stop, along with Waterfield and maybe a couple others.
Nothing on that one.
There's an injured Warhawk. Slams the turf in frustration. Can't tell who it is, but understandably upset.
This strategy in the second half, 7 straight running plays for Verona to open the half. I hate to see somebody go down.
Especially at this stage. As referees will take their own timeout. Just over 8 minutes to play, 8:01 to be exact, left in this third quarter. And Dennis, as you said, Verona trying to establish the run here early in the second half.
Yeah, that's one thing. The last about 3 or 4 weeks, Perez has been their number 1 back. But overall, the running game has improved since the West game. I think they started to run the ball a little bit more. In that game, they only won 7-0. West had some big bodies on the defensive side, and that was pretty much a grind-out game. But down the stretch, the last 3 weeks, 69, 49, 48 points they've scored. Now, granted, there was East and Craig. Well, Craig, we thought that we were a playoff team. So, 49 points, that says an awful lot. But they were able to run the ball a lot more effectively down the stretch here. And that was going to be a big key, I thought, also for tonight against this stout defense. You were talking about the Verona defense earlier. They're missing returning all-conference linebacker Brett Burrs. He's actually going to be a future student athlete of the week for us for the UW Credit Union. First game of the year, an outstanding first game, and he tore his ACL against their win against Sun Prairie East. So they've been out with a stud, but the guys have been able to pick up the slack. When you've got linebackers, Lindbergh, Brotzman, Kolstad, Hayes. We talked earlier about Gutzler, is it Soda, who made a big play early. So this is great team defense for Verona. When one guy goes down, somebody in the pack jumps forward to help out.
And you hate to see it. Tanner Hansen helped off the field by his teammates. Hopefully nothing serious, as now 3rd down and 4 for Verona. Hallmark back in there at quarterback. Looking to the sideline, maybe changing things up here.
Yep, 4-man front.
Arrowhead a little shifting on that front, and it's going to be a give off the left side to Perez. He's got a hole tripped up and stretches. They're going to give him the first down. Healthy spot from the officials, and Verona keeps this running game chugging.
Good change, play call there. They needed 4, and they got 4, just enough for the first down.
Also, I just wanted to call to your attention, Dennis. Our friend here, Sean Davis, a reporter, was not too keen on your comment of his Janesville Craig Cougars. As Poteet going to keep himself here, tries to probe that right side, and picks up about 3 so far. Warhawk defense seems to be pretty savvy to the Poteet Wildcat.
Hey, Cougars made it to the playoffs. We're just surprised that Verona did what they did to them. That's all. Yeah, both Janesville schools this year, the coaches took administrative positions, had to have new coaches down there. A lot of turnover in the Big 8 this year, coaching-wise.
For those wondering, Janesville Craig was soundly defeated by McWanago 42-6 in their first playoff game.
But they made it. They
did make it.
They played 10 games.
And McWanago leading Racine Case 21-6 right now. Going to be a give up the middle. Looked like that may have been Grady.
Brendan Foley there on the tackle. Nice, another form tackle. Was that Grady? Did you see
or it may have been Kaysen Jenin. I didn't hear it. I just missed the PA announcer. Pardon me. As the clock is just over 6 minutes left to play in this third quarter.
That was Jenin. Yep, Jenin's in the backfield right now.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Kaysen Jenin, the deep back. Asher Grady to the right of Hallmark. Under 6 minutes left to go in this third quarter. 3rd down and 7 for Verona. They've been moving the ball, play action, but a flag comes in. And a false start. Penalties have just been brutal for this Verona squad here tonight. Obviously don't know who the guilty party was, but regardless, going to be 3rd down and 12 now. And what has so far been a very methodical opening drive to start this second half in jeopardy.
10 straight rushing plays we've run off half the third quarter, under 6 minutes now to go. Verona's strategy now, you want to be able to get it down in field goal range, maybe then take that 1 point lead, but now you push them back for make it 3rd and long.
Limiting possessions. Connor in motion to the right.
Timeout.
As Verona will take their first timeout of the half, much to the glee of the Arrowhead student section and crowd. 5:22 left to play here in quarter number 3. And Dennis, 3rd down and 12 here. They haven't thrown the ball yet. If you're Andrew Riley, what are you dialing up here?
Well, they're going to have to put the ball in the air now. The way the run defense, they haven't gotten the longest carry of this drive was 10 yards on the first play, so you're not going to get it on the ground. They're going to have to open up here again, try to get, again, they've lost their the big connection, Aiden Chapman. He had 30 catches coming in, averaging almost 11 yards a carry. He and Hallmark have been on the same page. A local paper did a story on them. So losing Chapman, who I thought would be someone in this situation they'd go to. Now, sure, Trey's going to get double coverage, but keep an eye on the tight end, Ben Weber. He had 2 touchdown catches against Janesville Craig in the last game of the regular season. have not called his name out yet tonight.
He is number 7. He's in that right slot on your screen, just off the line. Hallmark in the gun. Crowd getting loud. Pressure coming. Fires to the left. He's got Poteet across the 30-yard line, and he's got a first down. They go to the air, and they go to old reliable Mr. Trey Poteet. Huge conversion on 3rd and 12 for Verona.
Just looked like a slant pattern across the middle and got him open in space. Again, get him in space and let him do his magic.
Yep, Arrowhead brought one extra blitzer, and Poteet knows how to get open.
Good job by the offensive line giving Hallmark time to complete that pass.
Under 5 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Going to be give off the right to Grady, who spins down for a pickup of around 4 yards inside the 25-yard line. Mark him at the 24, 2nd down and 6 now. And just back to the ground for the Wildcats.
How do you stop Arrowhead? Just don't give them the ball. They haven't given them the ball yet.
This drive could potentially take up nearly the entirety of the third quarter.
Yeah, if they can pick up another first down, get it inside 10. It's outside the red zone right now.
They could pick up two more first downs, theoretically, without scoring a touchdown. Offset pistol here. Hallmark, pressure coming, back to throw, fires over the middle to the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown, Verona! And who else but Trey Poteet on the receiving end, and the Wildcats jump out to a 13-8 lead.
Call him touchdown Trey tonight. 2 for 2.
He can do it on both sides of the ball, folks.
24 yards on the completion from Hallmark. Yes, and only 2 passes, 2 of the last 3, and, of course, to Trey.
And Verona now will attempt to make this a 7-point game. 4:03 left to play. A drive that took up nearly 8 minutes.
Yeah, this
ends in a score.
The 2-point that they converted earlier, Arrowhead, necessitated this one, so not surprised to see him come out in it.
And it looks like that's Poteet in the Wildcat. He's going to keep himself. Going to the left side, reaches in. He's got it. 2-point conversion successful. Verona up on Arrowhead, 15-8. Coming soon to a rocky top near you, Trey Poteet. Gracious. That man can play.
21st touchdown pass of the season there for Hallmark, to 4 interceptions. And he's over 1,300 yards coming in, so he's having a great year. But he knows where he knows to hit.
As you said, where his bread is buttered, where the money is made, the juice is squeezed. I don't know how many more of these I got. But with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the third quarter, Verona 15, Arrowhead 8. And now the game is in the hands of the Verona defense.
Took up almost 8 minutes, 7:57.
And now, if you're this kick coverage team, the last thing you want is to surrender another kickoff return for a touchdown. Bentz, pardon me, I was pronouncing his name Bench earlier. It's Bentz, Prez Bentz, and Harper Hughes back deep. No Ryan Hyman, a little squib kick. They're doing the same thing.
Right to the 35.
Monkey see, monkey do. It's a copycat league, as they say, Dennis, as it is fielded at the 35-yard line.
That was a 13-play, 70-yard drive, 11 rushes on that drive. 7:50 they took off the clock in that period. Whatever Coach Riley designed at halftime, they just ran it to perfection. That was a beautiful quarter. Probably one of the best drives of the season here for Verona.
Mm-hmm. My friends make fun of me for using this word a lot sometimes, but that was methodical.
That it was.
By the Verona Wildcats, and now it's Holtz and Company's chance to answer. Holtz takes the snap, give to Bentz up the middle, and he is just stormed. That looked like the big fella, Peyton Golden, the 285-pound senior, first team all-conference. He takes up a lot of space, and Bentz had nowhere to go.
You like that nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. That was a perfect example right there.
Oh, man.
Now the Verona defense just amped up here a little bit. Now they got a lead.
Stadium pulse rocking here at Verona as Holtz is going to keep it himself, follows his blockers, patient running off the left side, but only a couple yards to show for it. It seems as if Big Mo has swung in the direction of the Wildcats. 3rd down and 6 now.
Lindbergh, lineman there, it was credit with a stop, but great job by the defensive line, just stretching that play out, just giving just a little bit of ground, but not letting Holtz break through.
As now, critical 3rd down for the Warhawks here in this 3rd quarter. Mac Bong and Jake Buddy split out on the right side. Holtz takes the snap, looking left, and he's got his man right at the 1st down marker. That appeared to be Sam Schneider.
It was.
Pushed out of bounds by Miles Dawkins. And let's see, do they give him the first, or is it going to be 4th down and inches?
Snyder's first catch of the year came in with 20 for 230 yards, 4 scores.
And it is, in fact, good for a 1st down. Fresh set now for the Warhawks. Take a deep breath.
Just enough. Needed 6. Barely got 6 there at the 44.
Yep, as the Arrowhead student section really getting into it. Seemed as if maybe there were some infiltrators that were just kicked out. Nothing like the hijinks in a high school student section. Holtz, give up the middle. That's Bentz. He sprawls forward up past the midfield marker. They're actually going to mark him right at the 50-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Answer the call. Just grind it out. Arrowhead can do what Verona did with a little bit more speed there, but with 2 of their big guns, Seiner and Hyman out. Someone else is going to have to pick up the slack, and it could be Bentz.
A little short-handed. However, still moving the football. 2nd down and 4. Just over 2 minutes left to play in this 3rd quarter. Bong in motion across the formation. Here comes the pressure from Verona. Bentz is able to slip through and get positive yardage. Holtz was assaulted in the backfield, I think is a good word for that. Several Verona Wildcats in his face, as now one is down on the field. Looks, will not speculate actually until I know for sure who it is.
Yeah, look, a pickup of 2 there, so we got a 3rd and 2 at the 48 here. Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Plenty of time in this game left.
Yep, minute 44. This has been a very fast quarter, thanks in part to 11 running plays, I believe, from the Verona offense, and Arrowhead countering. As it was Peyton Golden, the injured party, but he jogs off the field under his own power. Hopefully just a cramp or a stinger, and we'll see him back out there shortly. Now 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, he's a big hoss there in the middle, defensive tackle at 285 pounds.
Yep.
Big force to be taken off the field.
Yeah, would love to have him in on this play. 3rd and short. Funky formation here. Lots of men crowded around the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a flag. More than likely illegal formation. We'll see if it's that or a false start here shortly. Regardless, it's going back.
You had Foley in the backfield there again.
See what the call is. Never mind. Looked like he was about to announce it. In the satin referee shirt. Respect the drip, and here is the call. It was illegal formation, and just like that, a 3rd down and 2 is pushed back to a 3rd and 7. Verona was able to overcome their penalty on their first drive of the second half, converting a 3rd and 12. Let's see if Arrowhead can do the same. 3rd down and 7, clock running. Holtz Fires, got his man right at the sticks once again.
Hughes. Yep, it's Hughes.
Harper Hughes. When in doubt, Hallmark goes to Poteet. Holtz goes to his guy, Harper Hughes. Number 1 wide receivers showing their worth here this evening. Under a minute 30 left to play. 15-8 our score. Verona leading Arrowhead.
Well, a lot of these first downs just barely needed 7, got 7.
Yep,
Verona was the same way.
Some massive conversions for both teams here in this second half. Holtz stepping over a few defenders inside the 40-yard line. Solid pickup to stay ahead of the chain. 2nd down and 3.
Well, we had a 7-minute, 50-second drive for Verona. And now Arrowhead's doing their best to run the clock out here 4+ minutes and keep it going in the 4th quarter.
Solution to bad offense. Don't let the other offense get on the field, apparently, as or running the ball, one of two, as Verona bringing some heat here. Holtz, though, got time. Fires deep down the middle and just a little too long for Harper Hughes. A beautiful ball in the air, just a few yards too long for his intended target. Looked like Sawyer Martin, primary cover man on that one. 3rd down and 4 now. 47.2 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Could be the last play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see what transpires. Verona crowd getting loud again. Holt's going to keep it himself. Runs forward. He has the 1st down and a few more. Arrowhead perfect on 3rd down so far this drive. Make it 3 for 3. As the clock stopped briefly. Now ticking under 40 seconds. Arrowhead gets to the line quickly. Inside the 35-yard line. They'll mark it at the 33. Holtz in the gun. Verona bringing 5. Ball is almost tipped, but it finds its target inside the 30-yard line.
Back to you.
Harper Hughes once again the recipient, as it appears, as the clock ticks under 10 seconds. That might, no, Arrowhead trying to get one more play off. 4 seconds, 3, 2, and that will do it. We are through 3 quarters here at Verona Area High School, and the Wildcats leading the Warhawks by a score of 15-8. However, Arrowhead on the drive when we return. We're going to step aside, take a 60-second break. You're watching and listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, as we almost missed the first play of the 4th quarter. Vance Holtz with a QB keeper up near the 1st down marker. Going to be 3rd down and shorts. Make it 1 yard as Arrowhead looks to make it 4 for 4. Here on 3rd downs, this drive. Holtz in the gun. Verona loading the box. Doesn't matter. Holtz pushes ahead. He's still turning the legs. Moving the pile up inside the 20-yard line. First down, Arrowhead, 11:15 left to play here in the fourth quarter. And man, oh man, do we have a good one, Dennis.
Yeah, Verona had 13 plays in their touchdown drive in the third quarter. This is the 13th play here for Arrowhead now, spanning the third and fourth quarters.
Very deliberate drives here from both teams in this second half, minimizing possessions for sure, as we are still only on the second possession into the fourth quarter. Pressure coming, Holtz slips away several defenders and finally brought to the turf. Looked to be Mickey McCoy.
McCoy, 52.
Finally able to sling him down, but goodness gracious, a magician back there is Vance Holtz. Had a man in his grill immediately and is able to wiggle out of it. Only a loss of 3 on the play. However, still will go down as a sack for McCoy. 10:20 left to play here in this one. A couple of score updates for you at halftime. West Superior up 24-14 over Sun Prairie East, and Wanakee up 14-0 over Middleton at halftime. Going to be a give to Bentz off the right side. Tries to fight forward, spun away from a few defenders, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is it. Third down and long now for the Warhawks.
Like back to the original line of scrimmage on that one.
The Verona defense urging this crowd to its feet. They're getting loud here in Verona. 9:30 left to play. Third down and 10. Arrowhead looking to go 5 for 5 on this possession. Holtz. Straight drop, pressure coming, slips away across the 15, outside the numbers. Going to be a face mask on Miles Dawkins. It appears, right as it stands right now, Holtz short of the first down by a yard. It looked like his head was spun back. Dawkins pointed in the direction that it was on Arrowhead. However, we will see what the call is. Hear a pin drop here right now. And it's a block in the back. Initially looked like a face mask. Dawkins appeared to be correct, and that is a drive killer. If you are Arrowhead, Verona defense, this Verona crowd loving it.
Big play for Holtz, too, to get out of trouble there and almost pick up the first down. If it would have been a face mask on, that would have been a first and goal. Instead, now third and long.
Or at the very least, fourth down and short, only about a yard. Here we go. We'll run it back. Third down and 11 now for the Warhawks. Crowd still on their feet. It's rumbling here in Verona. Holtz fires over the middle. Got his man at the 5. Knocked down inside the 2-yard line. Some cojones from Vance Holtz.
Jake Buddy
on the reception when they needed it most.
First and goal on the 1. 20 yards on that pickup.
8:35 left to play in what has been a sensational level 2 football game so far. First and goal from the 2-yard line. Holtz in the gun. QB draw, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arrowhead, and it's a 1-point game, folks. Vance Holtz, who else, lowers the pads and gets into the end zone almost untouched. Your score with 8:20 left to play, Verona 15, Arrowhead 14, pending the PAT as it stands right now. Brendan Foley.
Going for 2.
In the gun. They're going for the lead. Foley takes the snap. It's going to be a keep, and he drives into the end zone. Conversion is good, and Arrowhead snatches the lead back from the Wildcats. 16-15. Advantage, Arrowhead.
Wow.
Oh, boy, Dennis. We've got a good one.
We went from a Verona drive, 13 for 70 for 750. Arrowhead one-upped them. 16 plays, 66 yards, 7:41 time of the drive. A touchdown run for the quarterback, and then Foley again, a second 2-point conversion of the game, 16-15. And the Verona crowd here that was just roaring a few minutes ago, kind of silent right now. It's kind of
Back in
stunned.
their seats. Stunned silence, I think, is a good word, as that Arrowhead side, especially that student section, with some raucous energy here as their team grabs the lead back. Punch, counter punch. So far, Verona has been the first to land, but Arrowhead, with a couple of slips and a few uppercuts, making sure those Verona leads don't last too long.
We've had 2 possessions. And we've gone 15 minutes of play, 7+ for each team.
Wow. Line drive kick caught by Bryson Smith across the 15, 25-30, 35-40. And good starting field position for Verona. Bryson Smith found a little crease. And now I feel like if you're the Wildcats, you want almost an exact replica of what you saw in that first drive of the second half.
They can crank another one like that. That could be the difference here. Now they just need a field goal, get in field goal range to get a lead. They don't have to put the ball in the end zone, but then again, the way Arrowhead just answered their call, you want 7 or 8. You don't want just 3.
8:12 left to play here in this one. Hallmark and the Verona offense back on the field. Trailing now 16-15. In level 2 of the WIAA state playoffs. Hallmark back to throw. Looking left, pressure coming, and flings it out of bounds. Way to get out of trouble if you're Caleb Hallmark. Mason Waterfield was bearing down on the quarterback. 2nd down and 10.
There's a big difference. The first play of the drive for Verona was a 10-yard run. This time they went right to the air. Fewer plays now to convert. You want that first play to be 4, 5, 6 yards.
Positive yardage as Trey Poteet now in the backfield as the quarterback. Takes the snap. Going to be a keeper off the right side. He's got a hole across the 50.
Go, baby.
Trey Poteet.
Go, baby,
making
go.
moves inside the 5. Oh,
Touchdown.
baby. Trey Poteet is a wizard, ladies and gentlemen. And as quickly as they lose the lead, the Wildcats get it right back.
58 yards of dancing down the sidelines. Broke several tackles, sprinted into the end zone. Oh, my God. Touchdown, Trey.
The agility
strikes again.
And the poise of a ballerina as he tight-roped the sideline, made a man miss, like the viral Lamar Jackson highlight from back in his high school days. Trey Poteet. If you're a Verona fan, you already knew his name. For those Arrowhead fans, they've certainly learned his name tonight. And now on to attempt the 2-point conversion. You know who's in the backfield. Poteet in the gun.
Well, he scored every point so far.
Motion men across the formation. He's going to take the direct snap and gets around the edge and swallowed up. Knocked down in the backfield. Looked like Ashton Bauman was there to sling him down, and the lead will remain at 5. Now a little cautious optimism in this Verona side of the field as 2 very long, methodical drives start the second half. Trey Poteet with a little razzle-dazzle and electricity on the next drive. 7:55 left to play in this one.
2 plays, 58 yards. Well, 1 play, 58 was Trey. 17 seconds that possession. That was incredible.
You know, as they say, there are multiple ways to win a football game.
Okay, we've had an interception return, a kickoff return, a touchdown pass, and 2 touchdown runs in this game. And we've had three conversion 2-point runs. Yeah, where's your bingo card tonight?
Yeah.
We're touching all the baseball season's over, but I can say it. We're touching all the bases.
Yes, we have been treated to just about everything you could ask for in this game tonight. Verona up 21-6. Yamin Brown with a little squibber, caught at the 25, and gets past the 35-yard line. Solid starting field position for Arrowhead. And just like that, they look up at the scoreboard and find themselves trailing.
So 1st and 10 on the 37, but the way that Holtz has been able to run the ball here in the second half, he's been the difference maker for this team. Vance Holtz, by the way, Roman, number 66 out there, that's his baby brother, 6'3", 260-pound freshman. The first freshman to start since Ben Bredeson, who went to Michigan, was an All-American, plays for Tampa Bay. That's some pretty good territory to be in. So he's protecting big brother.
Runs in the family. And speaking of the Holtz family, Vance takes it forward for a gain of a few.
Yeah, just right there, 66. There he is, left guard. Rowan Holtz, 6'3", 260-pound freshman.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis, but I believe Vance is committed to Western Michigan. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Going to be a Bronco.
Going to be a Bronco, right.
Gotta love a little Friday night maction as Holtz leading this Arrowhead offense, trailing 21-16, just over 7 minutes left to go. 2nd down and 7, Holtz. Give to Bentz, and he's got nowhere to go. Rowan Boniface eating him up.
Verona would rather see him carry the ball than Holtz right now, and now they lost the 2 on that play.
Now this Wildcat defense smelling some blood. Crowd getting into it. We got the pom-poms. We got the foam fingers. We got the cowbells.
We said Arrowhead 5 for 5 on 3rd down conversions on their touchdown drive, so they've been perfect this half.
Let's see what they can cook up here. Under 6.5 to play. Holtz in the gun, 3rd down and 9. Verona bringing some heat. In his face, he is smacked. Ball wobbling in the air, and it falls to the turf. Incomplete. Kamari Norris almost there to get it, as it looked like Boniface again, or pardon me, maybe make that Braylon Hayes with the pressure, and Arrowhead will more than likely have to punt this one away.
Just their defense to stop and get the ball back one last time. Meanwhile, Verona now would like to grind it out if they get the ball back here. But we'll see. We haven't seen a pig punt for a while.
As Holtz will line the offense up. Defense is ready for a play, however. Wozniak now back there to punt it away. High spiraling kick. Poteet's going to have a chance. Gets it at his own 25-yard line. Makes a few men miss up to the 40-yard line. Solid return. He's averaging 23. Give him about 15 on that one. And just over 6 minutes left to play. Verona now in the driver's seat, leading Arrowhead by 5.
As we said, coming in a statement game, Big 8 against the Classic 8. Verona trying to prove that they are one of the top teams in the state, ranked 2nd in our ESPN poll, our final poll of the regular season, behind Franklin, who is on the opposite side of the bracket.
Oh,
also a #1 seed.
As Poteet, why not let him keep it? Cuts back, loses the football. Trey Poteet had it knocked out, and it's Arrowhead football.
Oh, no.
Devastating turnover for the Wildcats. And just like
it
that,
happens.
this game changes on a dime.
And where are we at, the 45?
We truly have seen it all tonight, Dennis. 5:59 left to go, and Arrowhead will trot their offense back onto the field at the Verona 45-yard line.
One play, 5 yards, and a fumble loss now. 45 yards from pay dirt and the lead.
Crunch time now for these two squads. Holtz give to Bentz, and he's got nowhere to go. Gets out of the arms of Golden and back near the line of scrimmage. Could have been a disastrous loss. Bentz makes the most out of it, only moves backwards a couple. 2nd down and 12, 5:40 left. Quarterback runs seemingly much more effective than giving it to the running back so far this evening for Arrowhead, as this Verona crowd, anxious energy, you can feel as they try to rally their defense to another stop. 2nd down and 12. Holtz, pump fake, looking deep, pressure coming, and he's sacked. Looks to be Evan Bindle getting into the backfield, or potentially Cole Lindbergh. Hard to read those jerseys. I'm going to say that's Evan Bindle.
It was 25. I got you.
Appreciate the assist, Dennis. And Arrowhead moving backwards. This vaunted Verona defense, the strength of this team, standing tall thus far late in the 4th quarter. 4:45 left to play. 3rd down and 16. This crowd is on its feet. The energy is palpable. Wildcats appear to be playing coverage, bringing 4. Pressure still coming. Holtz has to step up. He's got space across the 45, and he is thrown forward for a 1st down right at the sticks. Vance Holtz. Savvy, veteran leadership.
Again, just enough. Needed 16, got 16. 1st and 10 on the 35. Huge play. Holtz tonight. He's been the man with Seiner, Jacob Seiner, their leading running back, out. He's taken the bull by the horns. A lot of pressure on him, but he's doing it.
Back and forth we go. Penalty markers down. The play is stopped, and it looks like we'll be moving backwards yet again. Either a false start or a legal formation. I'm assuming a false start, given that they blew the play dead. Let's get the official call. And it was a false start. 4 minutes exactly left to go. Man, it doesn't get much better than this, does it, Dennis?
No, Arrowhead's converted 6 of 7 3rd downs now. And that last one, probably the biggest of the night so far for Arrowhead.
From the Verona 40-yard line, 1st down and 15 now. Home crowd stomping their feet. Holtz going to be a QB keeper right up the middle. He's got some space, lowers the pads, and delivers a boom stick to Kamari Norris. Gain of 12 on the play, and man, oh man.
6'2", 205, he hits like a linebacker.
A truck.
Anybody get that license plate number?
I think it starts with 2. As 3:15 now left to go. Inside the 30-yard line. Vance Holtz leading the Arrowhead charge. He'll take the snap, keep it again, why not? And nowhere to go this time. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Another 3rd down on the way for the Warhawks, as we have an injured Wildcat, and had a few injuries tonight. You just hate to see it, especially at this point in the season and at this point in the game. Can't see who it is. We will let you know when we have confirmation. 2 minutes and 52 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Verona leading Arrowhead by a score of 21-16. 3rd down and 3 forthcoming for the Warhawks, as this will work as a de facto timeout for both teams.
They're kind of stretching the right leg out.
Yeah, potentially a cramp. You never know. as the Verona sideline down on their knees, or on one knee, I should say, as looking at timeouts. Arrowhead with 3, Verona with 2. As the trainers still attempt to stretch that leg, and now Dennis, as we hit crunch time, how you feeling?
Nervous here for Verona, a hometown team here, playing their hearts out. Trey's had a fantastic game and just one fumble. Arrowhead did what they had to do on defense, trying to force that turnover. One turnover apiece tonight. Well-played game that way.
And this seems as good a time as any to let the viewing audience know, as that appears to be Cole Lindberg, helped to his feet. Limping off towards the sideline. Hopefully he is okay. He is walking under his own power. Which you love to see as Arrowhead hustles to the line. But if Verona wins tonight, me and Dennis will be back here next week for Level 3. If Arrowhead spoils the party, we'll make an announcement come Monday. 3rd down and short. Foley in the backfield around the right side, and he's got a first down. Strong piece of running from the big fella. Brendan Foley is a hard man to bring down, and he gets just enough. Arrowhead moves the chains yet again. 2.5 minutes left to play in this one.
I think keep an eye on Verona with just 2 timeouts. Arrowhead's got all 3 left here.
It appears that this will be the do-or-die drive regardless. Holtz back in there at quarterback. He's going to keep it. He's got some room off the left. 15, 10 inside the 5. Hammered down inside the 5 by Poteet. And Verona immediately calls a timeout with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. And whoa, baby. Arrowhead knocking on the door. Decision time if you're Verona. And pardon me, there wasn't a timeout called. They just stopped the clock to move the chains. 1st down and goal. The clock ticks under 2 minutes now. 1:55 left. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Holtz in the gun. He has been the man tonight for the Warhawks. They'll let all the clock tick down. Referee signals. Starts to count off. They're dripping every possible second, and Holtz is stoned. Verona playing for the stop. And now we'll call a timeout with 1.5 minutes left to play. No room for error for this Verona defense, and it appeared Verona had called a timeout. However, there is an injured Warhawk. That is number 66, Vance's younger brother, Roman Holtz. And we're going to step aside. They put 2 seconds back on the clock. 1:32 left to play. Verona leading Arrowhead 21-16. Arrowhead a 2nd and goal. When we come back, you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health has you covered. We accept over 160 insurances, including Anthem Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna, Dean Health Plan, Humana, and Quartz. Enjoy easy access at Stoughton Health, where most general surgery appointments are available within a week. When it comes to your procedure, trust board-certified general surgeon Dr. Aaron Schwab. At Stoughton Health, we are proud to provide you with exceptional, personalized service. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
The team at Midwest Financial Group are values-based financial specialists that cover a full service financial solutions. This local independent firm is dedicated to helping people achieve their financial, tax, and insurance goals for over 30 years. Visit mfgteam.com to learn more about how Midwest Financial Group can help set your future up for success. That's mfgteam.com. Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, FINRA/SIPC, a registered investment advisor. Tax planning and fixed insurances are separate from and not offered through Commonwealth.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Holtz walked off the field under his own power, and we are back. Minute 32 left to go in this one. Foley in the gun in the backfield. 21-16, Wildcats clinging to that lead from the 5. Foley takes it to the right side. Stretching in the end zone. He fumbles the football. He fumbles the football. Who's at the bottom of the pile? And they're signaling touchdown Arrowhead. Goodness gracious. What a turn of events as Brendan Foley gives the Warhawks the lead. The ball came out, but it was after he crossed the plane. And Arrowhead takes the 22-21 advantage. Foley on once again to attempt the 2-point conversion. Oh, man, this one's going to be a call talked about for quite some time if Verona isn't able to pull this one off, as Arrowhead now calls a timeout to set up their 2-point conversion. Minute 26 left to go in this one. Verona still with a timeout. They have big play capabilities, as you have already witnessed. And as expected, this one coming down right to the wire. In the meantime, give you some score updates from around the area. The Arrowhead assistant coaches informed us Muskego stomped all over the Franklin Sabres 42-7. Massive, massive upset in the top half of this bracket. Muskego will move on to face the winner of Neenah and Kimberly. And the winner of this game will move on to face the winner of Mugwanago-Racine Case. Racine Case trailing 21-14 and just recovered a fumble with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Well, we got all eyes here in Verona. Foley in the backfield. Takes the snap, bounces it out, and is tripped up. No good. It remains a 1-point game. And Verona, the door open just a crack if they can get into field goal range. Your score with a minute 26 left to go in this one. Arrowhead 22, Verona 21. Man, oh man, can't ask for a better game than this, Dennis. Everything, drama.
Holtz the man, though. 12 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown this half. And the conversion rate on third down, just 7 out of 8, phenomenal in the second half, right when Arrowhead needed it. Just the one turnover for Verona, fumble after they'd gotten a stop and forced a punt. And now that drive, 9 plays, 45 yards, 4:33, ate up a good chunk of time. Still, Verona with one timeout left, 86 seconds. I've seen teams go 65 yards in 50 seconds, and we saw Middleton and Memorial early in the year, 3 plays, 77 in under a half a minute. Anything can happen in high school football, but right now, momentum has swung to the Warhawks.
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a fun finish. Arrowhead leading 22-21, minute 26 left to go. And if Arrowhead is able to hold on to this, it does remind me of the 2020 Rose Bowl game where Wisconsin was clinging to a lead and Jonathan Taylor, the usually sure-handed Taylor, fumbled the football, gave Oregon a chance to score, and they won that game by 1 point as a squib kick on the ground at the 30-yard line. Picked up by Grady, tripped up near the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 39, and that is where Verona will take over, looking to go down the field and win this game. 61 yards to pay dirt, a little less to field goal range.
About 40 yards here to get it inside the 40 for a field goal attempt for Verona. And then we'll find out how good a kicker Yamin Brown is. He's only had 1 field goal attempt this year, which he made. Bartel has not attempted a field goal for Verona.
The nerves on both sides are palpable. No one's sitting down here in Verona on both sides. Hallmark in the pistol, Grady behind him. Connor motions. Back to throw, plenty of time, rolling out to his right. Looking and just throws it away. Hallmark hoping to maybe draw a roughing flag. Some calling for a grounding penalty. Minute 16 left to go. Second down and 10 now. Good coverage on the back end there for the Warhawks. Hallmark had lots of time, nowhere to put the football. Here we go, that Arrowhead student section going rabid on the far sideline. Hallmark takes the snap, bringing 5 over the middle. He's got Poteet past midfield, inside the 45-yard line, taken out of bounds there. And just like that, a little bit of a chunk play for the Wildcats. They're within striking distance. Minute 09, inside Arrowhead territory.
17 yards on that pickup. Drew single-man coverage there from Jake Buddy. And Buddy was with him, but it was a nice pass, just kind of threaded the needle there.
Verona into enemy territory on the drive. Poteet signals Bryson Smith over to the other side of the formation. Connor on the slot right. 2 deep safeties here for Arrowhead. Don't want to get beat deep. Hallmark got time. Foley, and that ball is swatted down, but a flag comes in. That's going to be pass interference.
Again, that was Buddy on coverage on Poteet, but had some help, weak side help.
Maybe got there just a touch early.
Looked like he came over the top on that one.
And oh, baby. Verona more than likely in field goal range, not necessarily comfortable field goal range, but enough to give it an attempt. As after that, Arrowhead's going to take their second time out of the half. Oh, man. We're going to have a good finish, Dennis.
We saw Verona lose to Muskego last year on the last second field goal here. It'd be nice to see the tables turned for the local fans, but boy, I tell you, both teams have played their hearts out. Outstanding performance. And again, one of the best running backs around, Signer, not taking a snap tonight, and Arrowhead not missing a beat. Just like all good teams do, they find that next man to come in this case, the quarterback, Holtz. Vance, outstanding, 66 yards rushing here in the second half with a touchdown. Picked up some big third downs. Verona's defense, though, has been up for the challenge. They made Arrowhead work for every inch and every yard they got. But now here we come down to the end. Is it going to come down to a field goal? Verona would love to punch it in and say, no, let's not leave it to chance. And we're glad for both teams that we don't have the winds that we had last night, gusting to 40 when we had soccer going on.
Yep, no, the flags are completely still. Practically no wind to speak of. Minute 04 left to go. Arrowhead leading Verona 22-21. First down now from the Arrowhead 29-yard line. Brendan Foley lost his shoe on the last play. Had some help getting it back on.
Both teams one timeout now remaining here in the last 64 seconds. We get more games like this, you're going to take the title away from Hunter in close games. We opened up the year with DeForest on the 2-point conversion with the lineman, and here we are in level 2 of the playoffs right down to the wire. This is great. Nothing beats Friday night under the lights, I'll tell you.
No, truly nothing does. And you can cut the tension in this building with a knife. Nervous energy seeping off everyone. First down and 10 from the 29. Hallmark back to pass. Pressure coming. Rolling out. Stepping up. Fires outside.
7 was in the area.
And
the tight end was over to the right there. I don't know how many yards you have to be away from it, but
Arrowhead coaching staff pleading for grounding. I don't know how much of that's coming through my headset. Regardless, referees do not agree. 59.9 seconds left to go. Arrowhead bringing pressure, trying to bother Hallmark.
good pressure that time. Yeah, that's dangerous turf.
Hallmark now from second down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Takes the snap. He's got time. Rainbows the left sideline to Poteet. Double coverage. And no catch, but a
pass
flag.
interference. Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness. And this Verona sideline is celebrating. Massive call. Poteet almost made a circus catch in between two defenders, and the referees stopped to discuss. Josh Coy pleading his case, and let's see what the call is. He's waving off the flag. No pass interference. Ho. The home crowd does not like that one. A chorus of boos from the Wildcat faithful. 53 seconds.
They got to get past the sticks here.
Left to go.
It's a long attempt here.
Somehow Hallmark squeezed that into an impossible window, but ripped out at the last second as Bryson Smith checks in for Rowan Boniface as the Arrowhead crowd comes to its feet. 3rd down and 10, 53 seconds to go from the Arrowhead 29-yard line. Hallmark back to pass. He's got time. Rolling out all day to throw. Fires to the sideline, and it is picked off. It's incomplete.
No, he ruled out of bounds.
No.
Out of bounds.
Incomplete, and the Wildcats stay alive. And decision time upcoming for head coach Andrew Riley from the Warhawk 29-yard line. This is it, folks. 45 seconds left to play. 4th down and 10. Hallmark gets the call from the sideline, trots into the huddle. Arrowhead can smell it.
And a timeout.
From the 29-yard line as Arrowhead will
Yep.
call a timeout. They ice the offense,
Yep.
to borrow the term.
Yeah. That's their last timeout.
And phenomenal coverage from this Warhawk secondary here late.
Well, we had a near pass interference and a near interception.
Both teams the beneficiary of friendly referee decisions.
Need a nap after this one.
Yeah.
The emotions for the fans are going to be they're worn out too.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
One play.
One side will be an absolute jubilation. The other in utter numb defeat. As here we go. The Arrowhead crowd rises to their feet. This Verona crowd hasn't sat down since this drive started. Hallmark gets the play. Smith in motion to the right. Poteet split out wide right. Hallmark back to throw. Fires over the middle. Tipped up and incomplete.
Broken up.
Intended for Trey Poteet. The Warhawks get a stand, and they'll be moving on to level 3. Absolute devastation on that Verona sideline and in this Verona crowd. Have to feel for Trey Poteet off his fingertips in his last high school game in the orange and black.
And the first defeat of the season comes down to 1 point, level 2 of the playoffs.
Undefeated no more. are the Verona Wildcats. As it's all just window dressing now, mere formalities, as Riley will force them to take one more snap before this one is all said and done. You never know.
Yeah. Congrats, guys. Win state. We'll see you. You guys said I've been there since 13.
Thank you. You guys did great. Thank you.
As the Arrowhead assistant coaches leave the booth. And that will do it. The Arrowhead Warhawks come into Verona Area High School and shock the Wildcats 22-21. Your final score. And man, oh man, you cannot ask for a better high school football game than this.
Warhawks will be flying high on that bus trip home tonight. It'll take like no time. I'm sure they got to stop for food on the way.
Yeah.
They got to celebrate. And the
Post-game
reception.
Pizza Hut gonna taste a little better.
Oh, you betcha. Right. And we got to talk about our Pizza Hut player of the game, and I've got one for us.
And we'll get to that shortly. And, of course, just crushing loss for this Verona team that hadn't tasted defeat all season. Clearly showed that they belong with the absolute best of the best. Unfortunately, just ending up on the wrong side of a phenomenal football game here tonight.
Incredible season for the Wildcats. They belong. They proved they belong. It came down to the last minute for Arrowhead to pull one out. So we gained some respect, I think, for the conference, for their program tonight, for the players coming back for next year. Now they've won 3 conference titles in a row. Be similar to Mount Horror-Barneville. They just won their 4th in a row. They're looking to get to Camp Randall, I think, next year it's going to be Camp Randall or bust for this Verona team. A lot of good young players coming back. They were able to do it with some injuries. Lost a receiver coming in. Their best linebacker didn't get to play after the first game. But Coach Riley has found a way to get it done here. They've done just an outstanding job. And I can't say much more about the Wildcats other than they left it all out on the field. And you wonder, 46-yard field goal range was probably about 40 for the kickers. Brown had to play a lot on defense tonight, so that would have been a lot to ask for him. And rather than come up short, they gave it a shot on a play, and they went for their best player. I mean, they tried to utilize Trey Poteet as much as possible on both sides of the ball. And unfortunately, one turnover gave Arrowhead just the crack they needed to be able to get that winning score.
Yep, we talked early. Phenomenal programs between the two, but ultimately the Empire reigns supreme. Arrowhead gets the job done. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds. When we come back, we will name our Pizza Hut player of the game. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Make it a 60-second, actually. Stay tuned. Pizza Hut player of the game. Coming up next, you're watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health has you covered. We accept over 160 insurances, including Anthem Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna, Dean Health Plan, Humana, and Quartz. Enjoy easy access at Stoughton Health, where most general surgery appointments are available within a week. When it comes to your procedure, trust board-certified general surgeon Dr. Aaron Schwab. At Stoughton Health, we are proud to provide you with exceptional, personalized service. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Once again, your final score, Arrowhead 22, Verona 21. The thrill of victory on one side, the agony of defeat on the other. But now, let's focus on one of the standouts from tonight as we honor our Pizza Hut player of the game.
No one out-pizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Alrighty, Dennis, who is our Pizza Hut player of the game?
Well, first we got to go with the runner-up. Trey Poteet did about everything he could for Verona. 50-yard touchdown run, a 2-point conversion, a 24-yard pass, 70-yard interception return. But when the game that came down to the end, who was the man above all men? Vance Holtz, quarterback for Arrowhead. He led on the 2 touchdown drives in the second half. He led Arrowhead to 7 of 7 on third down conversions. Incredible. First half, he was 9 of 11 rushing with a couple of sacks thrown in there, which come out of the rushing total. Second half, 12 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown run. And he was phenomenal. Vance Holtz, 6'2", 205-pound senior, headed to Western Michigan next year. He took the Arrowhead offense, put it on her back. Without Jacob Seiner, 304 yards rushing last week, did not see a snap tonight, and Holtz was the man.
Yep, and we never did get that answer for you, unfortunately. Seiner practiced all week, however, a scratch for the game this evening. But once again, congratulations to Vance Holtz. Dennis, where can he get his victory Pizza Hut heading back from Verona?
Well, I go to one on Mineral Point Road. That's my go-to place. So not too far, right by Westtown Mall.
Okay, perfect. And maybe some crushed Wildcats going there for a somber slice of Pizza Hut. But regardless, you can't go wrong with the Hut, as Pizza Hut's wings, whether it be slices or wings, are the best thing to happen to pizza night since, well, pizza. Introducing Pizza Hut's new big boneless wing bundle. For only $15.99, enjoy 16 crispy boneless wings in 2 different flavors, 2 dipping sauces, and a double order of fries. The wings are sauced and tossed to perfection and available in 9 flavors. It's the perfect bundle for game days, family night, or any tailgate party. Order now on the Pizza Hut app or at pizzahut.com. Remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut. I actually really love Pizza Hut's wings. But, Dennis, we have now gotten word, shout out Hunter Vaughn, that McGuanago has defeated Racine Case 21-14. So next week we'll be getting a rematch between Arrowhead and McGuanago. They met up in week 3.
Yep.
Arrowhead got the better of the Warriors by a score of 29-28. That should be another really good matchup for this Warhawks
That
squad.
one was Arrowhead, and fittingly now this one goes to McGuanago as the number 2 seed. Arrowhead's a 4 seed. And on the other side of the bracket, Muskego,
Where'd that come from?
They were 5-4 in the regular season, had some really tough games. They lost to this Arrowhead team 7-3 in week 5, but they came. Oh wow! Franklin did not know what hit them, 42-7. So 3 of the 4 teams in the right side of the bracket are all from the Classic 8: Muskego, Arrowhead, and McGuanago. Yes. We know who the number 1 conference in the state is,
yes,
in the large schools at least. And that other game we're waiting to hear from, wow, Neenah and Kimberly, that was a heck of a matchup. So waiting to see a final on who is the 4th team in that side of the bracket.
Yep, I'm quickly doing my research. Unfortunately, we're running out of time on this broadcast trying to find you some scores before we sign off.
Did we get a final on Wanakee?
I have not checked. If you want to ad-lib for me for a second or two, wax poetically about this game, I'll do some hunting.
Other side of the bracket, the 2 games we were most interested in was number 1 seed Wanakee hosting number 4 Middleton, and number 3 Madison Memorial hosting number 7 DC Everest. The Big 8 fans would have liked to see a Middleton Memorial matchup. Of course, the Badger Large is Wanakee's number 1. They want to see the Warriors who are hosting. Then DC Everest, the 7th seed, not know much about them. So waiting to see what happens on those 2 games.
Yes, taking a look at the Wanakee game. Thank you to Pablo Iglesias, our phenomenal video producer out here with us. Wanakee currently up 17-0 with just under 10 minutes left to go in that game. So they are most likely on their way to victory. I've been scrounging to try and find the score, and I just found it. My Milton Redhawks taking down the Elkhorn Elks 33-6 in Level 2. You love to see it. They will be moving on. This is Division 2.
33-6.
For the record, they will be doing battle with Badger.
Oh, the defending Division II state champion Badgers, yes.
Should be a fun matchup. Shout out my brother, Cademan Yauk, on the offensive line, and all the Milton football players
Baby brother?
down there. Yes, sir.
Oh, awesome. Is he a wrestler too?
He is.
Okay.
He is. He'll be doing his best.
Tell him he has to wait on wrestling for a few more weeks.
Yep. Hopefully, Milton will go on a run here. And if you're an Arrowhead fan, you're hoping the Warhawks will springboard this into a run of their own for one final time. Your final score, Arrowhead 22, Verona 21. For Pablo Iglesias, our video producer, shout out once again to Hunter Vaughn back at the Everlight Solar Studio feeding me some scores, as well as Jesse Nelson, who picked Arrowhead to win the game and the over, whatever that line was set at. So Jesse Nelson is correct as well. And, of course, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. We'll be back on the call next week. Arrowhead won, so we don't know where we're going to be. We'll announce on our social media channels Monday afternoon, if I had to guess, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for listening. For one final time, I should say, my name is Riley Yauk. This has been a presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.